I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar! A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Oh.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you. By my hand.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence!
Who could do this? Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity? Huh?
Luis.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
Alright guys, what's going on? I'm just another nobody here who plays video games, and today we're going to be embarking on a new journey known as Metaphor ReFantazio, and this is probably my most anticipated game of the year, and I finally was able to get my hands on it, so we're going to just jump straight into it. I'm so ready for this game.
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight.
I'm just at home.
Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest?
It sure does.
Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. One who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
I don't see your eyes though. Who are you? Who shall guide the protagonist? Alright, well, I'm assuming this is gonna be where I name myself, so I'm gonna name myself after the channel mascot here, my pet rock, also known as Hubert Pennyworth III. Don't ask what happened to the other two. We'll just do Hubert since I can't put Pennyworth. That's correct. Your name is indeed Hubert. You'll name the protagonist later. Ooh. You know what? I'll do it, and then I'll name the protagonist Pennyworth.
Unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question.
What is that question, my friend?
Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation?
Hmm. Must say not always.
More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds. This must be what you believe. I confess, my own answer still eludes me.
How you gonna ask me a question you don't know the answer to yourself?
Consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself.
I've been invested for the past couple months now.
Let this tale begin.
Let's get right into it. Ooh. Wait. I can't do the hardest difficulty. Alright. I have to beat the game first, it seems, so I'll just do hard. Yep. I want it to be as difficult as it can be for my first playthrough.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead? Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
They're bandits! Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
Come on, hey, keep it moving. Hurry it up. Next one. Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder. So he is. No horns, no knife. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy. Hold it! Should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line! Unless you want to get stuck like us.
Oh. Let me attack too.
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Do I have a sword? Yeah, I do. Oh. I'm gone.
This place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Luis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached? Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
I don't know what mission.
What mission?
I'm talking.
Come on! This is no time for jokes. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
I was not expecting to hear myself talk. The Tradia Desert.
Think we'll make it?
You don't look hurt though, so that's good news. You can move, right? I'm thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. Alright, basic controls. Hold shift while moving to dash, control the dodge. Some actions you perform and their corresponding controls are displayed at the bottom of the screen. Okay. View tutorials in the tab main menu. Alright. Well, it seems that those bandits were... Wait, I'm sensing something close. Don't move.
Watch out.
Yeah, those look especially dangerous, so watch out. I don't think they've noticed us yet, though. Face sight. Press G to use face sight. This ability lets you see what Gallica senses in the environment. When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, it will show up as unknown, perhaps as best you can. Prepare as best you can. Alright, so yeah, like I was gonna say, it appears those bandits were with Luis, which I'm pretty sure that was the person that killed the king. So
Hurry!
pretty sure he had bad intentions from the beginning.
They found us. Get
Nope.
ready,
Where am I supposed to go? Who's everyone? It's just me. Oh, I pressed the wrong button to attack.
Watch your health.
Ain't no way I already got death number 1. Fantasy is dead. Damn.
So, fantasy is only fiction.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That was a fluke.
Okay.
Alright, avoid the enemies and head for high ground. Just follow the cliff on your right.
Stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around. Watch out.
I'll just run this way. Avoid all of them.
Looks like they found us.
Okay, and then it seems like I'm basically probably the lowest of the low in terms of race.
Look.
Like the one that gets looked down upon.
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
No, I don't. Refresh my memory, please.
What am I doing again?
So surprised that I'm talking.
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives? First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Is that the healing spell?
Right.
This is though music is playing directly in my mind. The effect of Gallica's magic is inspiring.
It's the first magic this world ever knew after all.
Okay.
Makes the road a little easier.
Music is good.
Look.
Hey, look.
Over there.
That's a road, isn't it? What a relief. Grand Trad is already in sight.
Let's go.
Almost there. Let's keep moving and try to stay out of sight. Okay, gotta press G.
Everything's pretty standard.
There's stuff we could grab here.
Strong ones ahead. We gotta be careful.
Level are those? I could beat him as level 1.
These ones aren't messing around.
Medicinal herb.
I don't like this.
Alright, we're running through,
We gotta be careful. Yikes.
I don't know if that one saw me. Oh, this is bad.
Not good. Run for it.
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Cronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
O great seeker, bearer of the fantasy empowered. Hear my wish and come forth from thy epoch of glory to grant me. I didn't get the rest of that. I'll read it in the when I'm editing the video.
Whoa, just look!
Get on with it then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead!
No way.
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Parapus said.
He most likely did nothing wrong.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin?
I'm broke.
Bless you. Oh,
careful!
Hurry.
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid! Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even.
I'm still really surprised when my character talks. They usually don't.
Capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside.
Yeah, this game definitely does look really great.
It's very balanced. I see more Clamars and Roussants than anyone else.
Clamars and Roussants.
Which means a dopey Elda kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
And I'm an
Try to keep
Elda.
your head down, okay?
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty?
Can I just put fake horns on her fake ears?
They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination.
Well, you heard right. I saw it in the beginning.
Careful who hears you say that.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like
Okay.
monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
So Luis was in charge of the army, I'm assuming.
The king dead, his son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
Alright, is that the prince?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best, the saint, could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Okay, so I'm trying to infiltrate to send a message to someone.
Hey,
Yeah, I just remembered my mission.
Well, I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close.
It was.
Anyway.
So that was the
getting
prince
to
there.
The capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted so you can meet up with our operative. Remember,
Okay.
nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted,
Okay,
that's
so nobody
it.
knows that he's still.
Nobody's gonna save us.
So he is still alive. He's just
Step
in a
1.
coma, basically.
Let's figure out where the recruitment center is.
I didn't mean to skip that.
So?
Do you know where we're going? Feel free to admit that you're lost and ask for my advice. What to know in town. Press M to open the local map. If you're unsure of what to do, try pressing T. Gallica always has good ideas, or so she thinks. Press 2 in safe areas like towns to save. Sounds good. So we're gonna go ahead and immediately save. Yep. Save complete. Then we're gonna proceed forward. I'll count. Oh, okay, they're hating on me already.
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
Those grant you magic.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
What's magic igniter?
Magic igniter.
I keep forgetting that you talk.
See? There's a couple in the window. Like an instrument plays a tune, an igniter casts magic.
Okay.
Pretty hard to come by out in the countryside. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Don't worry, I'll be.
A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city?
No, I've lived here my whole life.
I suggest you keep a low profile. Trust me when I say we don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter?
I sure am.
Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
How much is it?
How much is it?
I keep forgetting.
You're not really going to fall for that, are you?
Yes, I
How
am.
would you even know what the royal scepter looks like to begin with?
Because I'm about to have the real one as well.
You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty, passed down through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic, world-shattering power. More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Now he's dead, with no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
I'm here to stop the trouble.
I'll keep that in mind.
A word of caution then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
I know that.
Well, that
I'm never gonna die actually in this playthrough.
She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
Let's head there.
Alright. I'll actually be back, so give me a second. Alright, so I'm back. We're gonna keep going forward this way. Royal Capital, Grand Trad. I was hoping that we'd blend in with the crowd and no one would notice that you are an Elder. But the people here have sharper eyes than I thought. We don't want to draw attention, but hiding your tribe is only going to make it worse. People may insult you, but do your best to stand tall. Easier said than done, I'm sure. But it's for the sake of the mission. And on that note, the recruitment center we're looking for should be just ahead. Their funeral will be held at Grand Cathedral. Things felt better when Lord Louis was still... Nope, it was this way. Back here. Why they hating on me? I'm gonna strike them down.
That must be the recruitment center.
Yes, it is.
Take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh,
I got
if
it.
they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine. Good luck in there.
Great. I got this.
Okay, you got this.
A blue blood, are you? The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's word.
I thought he was talking to me.
I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country. But mark my words, war will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore. But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
I'm gonna go ahead and join him.
The Halos have enough on their plates already.
He's not beating me.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up.
It's me.
An elder? I thought your kind was long gone.
Nah, I'm still standing.
Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those. So, what brings you to enlist?
I want a chance to fight. I want to fight for change. I need the money. I want to fight for change.
Fight for real change.
That's right.
Lofty words for a gutter rat with an empty coin purse, no?
I got more money than you.
So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
Yes, I am the one above all. I got a sharp mind. Oh, I've always been lucky. I've got a sharp mind.
Sharp mind.
Yes, you and every unschooled troglodyte. Right.
Bro's already hating.
Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Alright, here's where I name him. We're gonna name him Pennyworth. Ooh, just enough. Yep. Yep.
You know your letters, do you?
Better than you.
Some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sightings, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment.
Trust me, I'm never dying once.
Reception. Standard issue guards and armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now. Up to.
Out of here. Long line. Guess we got no choice but to wait our turn. We got people to talk to. Unmotivated man. You're so young. Are you enlisting too? Well, not much choice if you don't have money or a job. Reef makes the world go round, as it were. You want a magic igniter? Join the queue. Cutting's only gonna get you chewed out. Oh, this guy from earlier? You enlisting as well? The line starts behind me, if so. Or was there something you needed? Are you really a noble? I take it you overheard my interview? Yes, guilty as charged. I am a noble, but just a countryside son of a lord. My family is of no real consequence. Well, let's just say I have my own circumstances. I'm volunteering to fight in order to protect the kingdom, foolish or not. He has his reasons. Where do I go to queue up? Right here. Okay. Waters Day. Today's Waters Day.
I heard they get sightings.
Okay.
Of those huge
Let me put it to
monsters.
auto.
You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that. What do they call them? Something like,
You what? Wait, hold on. I lost focus. What do you say? What if those monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? I wish they had told us. What do they call them? Something like what? Humans? There's no way.
Another Clamar. Wait. No.
You don't look like...
Look like the others.
Mm-hmm. I'm special.
An elder. It's the first of your kind I've seen.
And I'm the strongest one you'll ever see.
Move it. There's a priority around here.
Why you hating?
We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Waste of good gear.
Draw your blade.
It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
No.
brute force and crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Let him know.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it? You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Rousant strength?
Okay, so Clamar's the one with the horns. Rousant is the one with the pointy ears.
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
You sure do. Now put the hands up.
No fighting in the ranks.
No, let me fight him.
Sorry for making a scene. You alright?
I'm all good. Good looking out. Thanks.
Thanks. You didn't have to do that.
Just felt like stepping in. Don't worry about it.
I could already tell we're gonna be homies.
Try not to die out there.
Oh, I won't. I've never died once.
Don't make my job any harder, please. Here, your igniter.
Thank you very much, Cinder Igniter.
Most come with their own magma crystals, so with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway.
Okay.
It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving.
The thing around his neck is apparently a magic igniter. The captain I spoke with earlier had one too. They must take on many different forms like I saw on the main street.
And take this too. Protect it with your life.
What is that? Okay, a map.
That's a real map. It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details. Only the military could pull this together.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger.
Klinger.
At this moment, you miserable lot are under my command.
No way. I want to unlist.
I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards. Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
Alright, well that's... Once we get there then, deliver the message.
Full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed.
And then just, I guess that's the end of the game there. I won.
Look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood.
So... I just need to understand, does nobody see you floating there, Gallica?
Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him.
Okay, but will anybody recognize you?
Well, the charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow.
That man was not charming.
Hey. You awake?
You just told me to go to sleep. Nope, I'm sleeping.
Nope, I'm asleep. Good night.
Haha, very funny. Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep. I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still, when you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
That's just how it is. I'll prove them all wrong.
Well, I don't think that should be how it is.
Don't worry, I'll prove them all wrong and change it.
Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all.
They just
These
don't
are
know.
the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Yep.
but still, the prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
No, it's mine. What book?
Oh, I don't know. The one lying right there that you're always carrying around? Good thing those bandits weren't much for reading, huh? Thanks.
I still need to know if people can see you.
It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination. Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over. In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal.
It's definitely not the world I live in.
There's no magic, no tribal conflict, and equality for all? It really does sound like a fantasy, but it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world.
Unfortunately.
Hey, are you asleep already? You know
Yeah.
how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own? Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
So I was thinking that was our world. Well, I'm pretty sure it is supposed to be our world, but unfortunately, it's just not like that. Yes, let me save. We'll go ahead and save right there. Yep. Arbor's Day. The prince?
Shouldn't you be resting? I'm fine.
That's me.
In fact, I'm glad we have this chance to talk. I've been reading, and I hope that someday we can make our kingdom like the place in this book. You said it was some kind of fantasy novel, didn't you? Our lives are decided at birth, by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are. I don't want that to be the world we live in. The Elder here are a perfect example. If you'd not sheltered me, I would never have survived. And yet, they burned your home down. It's tragic, and no one should have to suffer so. Someone needs to fix... You okay? Don't push yourself so hard. Reality is much too cruel. I know that. But I'll fight it. I'll fight to the end. I'm a prince. But I need to be a hero. One worthy of the throne. A hero? One who can lead. A beacon who will pierce the darkness when all seems lost. My father taught me that. In his stories, the kingdom was full of legendary heroes. So I can't give up. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Not that I expect it will be easy. I believe in you. Familiar words. When I'm down, when I struggle, you're always there to help me through it. Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me. I won't give up either. Trust me.
For the prince, we shall save the world. He was giving me the bombastic side eye.
Until arrival at the northern border fort, one day remains.
Medals Day.
Let's see.
I wonder how far we've come. Let's find our destination, the northern border fort. You can view information about your surroundings in the world map. Use the movement keys to highlight the location you want to learn about, then press space. Oh, I had my mouse down there. Okay.
This. Hold on.
Let's see.
Hold on. This place here. Hold on.
It's rest camp by armies who are en route to the northern.
This place.
Hey, don't forget.
The northern border fort. This is where our contact should be. So hopefully we find him quickly. Got it.
Okay then.
All we can do for now is rest. We have a big day tomorrow. Okay.
The carriage transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination.
Idols Day. Evening.
The northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many uphill battles.
Okay.
Oh, finally. Can hardly feel my legs.
Listen well, you lackwits. The battlefield is no place to sit on your asses, and the border front is always a battlefield. The call to arms could sound at any time.
Why he cursing at me?
Stand to, curs. You have the honor to serve at the command of Captain Klinger, war hero, tactician, master of arms. When I earned rank in the trenches, forged in the blood of my...
Spare us this drivel. Say, friend, I'm curious. What is it about that book that's captivated you so?
It's hard to explain.
Hard to explain.
Some kind of fantasy novel, you said?
Yep.
So it's describing a better world. A utopia, perhaps. I'm something of a reader myself, but that's not like any book I've read.
My book is special.
You know, when the late king took the throne, he was quite the idealist himself. He made grand claims about unifying the people under his rule. Never managed to do it in the end, of course. Reform takes more than high-minded, eloquent speeches. Maybe he was too blind to see that himself.
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king. Keep your mouth shut. No one cares what you think.
Nobody asked you.
I didn't ask him.
Something to say? Go on. I'm listening.
Is it a fight you want, sir?
Draw your blade.
Let him know!
Didn't think you'd just challenge me straight out. You've got guts for a lesser tribesman.
Draw the sword then.
Well, Clamar, I'll let it go this time.
Nah, he's scared.
Only because I like your friend. Next time, keep your complaining to yourself.
He's scared.
That's the last thing I need. Though I suppose I deserved it in part, speaking ill of the dead and all. My mouth tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes. Although, I'm glad a bad habit seems to have drawn us together. Oh, never got round to an introduction. I'm Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia.
Okay, Stroll.
You are?
That's my name.
Come on, you could have said the name. I'm Pennyworth.
I have that right?
No, you don't. You didn't say anything.
For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now, we're peers and equals.
Alright, sounds good.
Where was I? Right, as for you, fresh meat.
Someone help!
Is that a soldier? Hey, speak to me, man.
Ooh, he's dead.
Listen. Stay on guard. It's too...
He's unconscious.
Must be one of the fort's guard. Those damn vultures across the border. They must have heard about the king's death. Anyway, to the fort. Double time. I'll stay behind to see to the ball.
There's no way bro's scared.
You want us to go on ahead? Alone? Shouldn't we at least send a team back to ask for...
I knew fear would take you at the first step.
Nah, you're the one staying behind scared.
Traitor to the cause. The guard has no place for cowards. You are part of His Majesty's Royal Army. Swallow your fear. Fight with pride. And we'll all have medals this time tomorrow.
He's right.
Bro's scared.
We're warriors. Up there is our first chance at glory and riches. Damned if I'm gonna waste it. Let's go.
His timbers were shivered.
Well, I suppose this is what we signed up for. Onward, to the fort then.
Let's go. We'll handle the situation.
Hey, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Don't worry about it. I got this.
Hard to explain, but it's like there's a stench in the air, and it's getting stronger.
I got it.
Did something happen? Wait, is that a fairy?
Okay, so then how come the people before didn't see him? She's with me.
Yes, and I have a name, by the way. It's Gallica.
So you travel together? You've stayed well hidden for quite a while.
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger problems right now. I can't shake this feeling. We gotta be careful.
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death. Let's take a moment, then head in once we're prepared. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly?
I'm not so sure.
I do
I've
not.
never used one before. I mean, he's a commoner, so not much chance to.
Well, that's fine.
Fair enough. Well, just stay behind me and you'll be alright.
I'll be a prodigy with the igniter. New ally, Stroll. Stroll, a brave fighter trying to conceal his nobility, has become your ally.
Oh, this is bad. I didn't think you'd actually have to fight anyone. I just hope our contact in the fort's okay.
Our first fight.
Okay.
This is an unexpected turn of events, but don't lose sight of our mission, okay? I know.
Here we go.
Be careful, our contact should be inside, and we just had to find him. You're running with such purpose. What was that you were talking about? You said something about your ally? Oh, it's nothing. I was just worried about the soldiers inside. I see. Well, whatever the case, this situation concerns me too. Let's go inside. Alright, so it seems we're about to get into the meat of the game. So I'm going to end this one here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you all in the next one.